Welcome to Florida State University, and thank you all for visiting today. Allow me to give you a little insight into this great statue. This statue is of a spirited horse being ridden by a rider holding a spear and dressed as would have been typical of a Seminole warrior engaged in one of the many Seminole wars of the early 18th century. As most students will find out the night before each home game, the tradition is to light the spear on fire. The idea of this statue was to bring to light that burning desire for survival and the spirit to succeed no matter the circumstances. A little bit of background of the statue. It was originally spearheaded over 20 years ago by Stephen Riley, who is a Seminole booster and FSU alum. He came up with this idea in 1993 during his trip to watch #1 Florida State take on #2 Notre Dame in one of the many games of the century. His idea was born because when he went to the stadium, he saw the pageantry that went on outside the stadium. And when FSU began their upgrades of Doak Campbell Stadium, he had an idea to create an open area that would allow fans to congregate, but also the band would be able to lead the war chant and get the fans prepared to cheer on their team inside the stadium. This would become, in 2003, the Unconquered statue, as you see, but also his idea spawned the Langford Green, the wide open area by the statue. The story has many layers to it, but the deep roots of the rider and his horse was one of a warrior. The man who gallops on our field every Saturday was never chief, but he was an unyielding Seminole warrior who would never relent, no matter the odds placed in front of him. There is a reason why Florida State has an Unconquered statue. The statue stands for exactly what the Seminole Indians believed in: their unwavering dedication to the survival of their tribe, and it was never more evident to the Seminoles located in Florida. The Seminoles were able to organize almost 1,500 warriors to go to war against 500 U.S. soldiers. With lesser weapons than the Seminoles were still able to gain some traction on the U.S. troops, who completely overlooked the fighting spirit of the Seminoles. At the end of the day, the Seminole warriors would stand their ground and repel the initial U.S. forces and struck a blow against the enemy. So this is how we view the Unconquered statue. It was something that stands for the unwavering dedication to the battle at hand and to never give up. The Seminole tribe were never conquered. They stood their ground, and to this day, they are looked upon as someone who fights for what they want. As the Florida State Seminoles, we and future Noles will continue to honor Osceola and his tribe with game day traditions like the lighting of the Unconquered statue the night before each football game, but also when we see Osceola and Renegade charge the football field and throw the flaming spear into the center of the field at the start of each game. Thank you.